All right, guys, tonight on the menu, chicken quesadillas. We are doing everything on the griddle top tonight. So, got a little oil here. The griddle top's been heating up on us. You can see how hot that oil is. We are gonna get our chicken on here first, and we will show you the rest of the ingredients tonight as we go. But tonight, got some chicken breasts that I cut up. And these are just in almost kind of like tenderloins, but I basically cut the chicken breast after I cleaned them down to about 3 equal strips or so. So there's that. On this, we are going to put some of our Johnny's garlic spread. So this is just going to go on the chicken. Want that flavor to get in there. The reason we use the Johnny's garlic, if anybody hasn't tasted it, it's not only like garlic salt, but it also has some Parmesan cheese and some other stuff in it. It really kicks the flavor up a notch. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these turned, and I'm gonna get the seasoning on the other side as well. And what we're doing here, we're not so worried about the sear tonight. What we're actually worried about with these chicken is just making sure that it stays moist and make sure that we have plenty of seasoning. We are going to shred this after this cooks, and we are going to be putting this in one of our sauce pots with some Rotel. So that's kind of our secret to cooking our quesadillas. And after that cooks down and that Rotel gets into the chicken really nicely, that's our main component of our quesadilla. All right, we're gonna let these cook off, and we'll be back with you guys in a minute. So Adelaide's gonna help me here with opening up these cans, but I wanted to show you the ones we use. They have a lot of variety. So we actually use the Rotel Mexican style that has lime and cilantro. Now this one isn't very spicy, but it has a lot of flavor. You can get hot. They have some with jalapenos. It's really just a preference on how spicy you want it to be. And remember, you can always kick this up with a notch by putting in some cayenne pepper in with that garlic spread that we added to the chicken. All right, so Adelaide's gonna add our second can of Rotel here to the pan. As you can see, we keep the juice in. That is what's gonna be cooking into our chicken. And speaking of chicken, give you guys a little bird's eye view here, a little flyover of that cooking up nicely. All right, we're gonna give our chicken about 3 more minutes, and we're gonna pull it off, let it start resting, and then we're gonna shred it when it cools down enough for our fingers to touch. And we'll be right back to show you how we mix it in with the Rotel and what the next step is in building these really simple quesadillas. Chicken's resting, cooling down. I'm gonna get these prepped for Adelaide to make. So I'm gonna be putting some olive oil on these corn on the cob. This is sweet white corn, really, really good. We're gonna basically make our take of Mexican street corn here. So I'm gonna put quite a bit of this Johnny's garlic. This is gonna end up being for both sides of it. In just a second, Allie's gonna show you the method there. And to make it a little spicy, I do have some cayenne here. So we're gonna put that on as well. You can substitute black pepper if you don't like it too hot, but that's looking pretty good there. So now I'm gonna take the camera, and she's gonna show you guys how to roll them. Now all the oil and most of the mixture kind of settled to the bottom of the tray. This is just the tray it comes in. And you're just gonna keep spinning this. The more that you spin these, the more that the oil mixture will get worked down into the bottom of the tray. I'll actually show you guys down in there. And basically the idea here is as we continue just to roll these, this will kind of get evenly distributed on all of the corn. That's what we're looking for, all the sides. And you can also kind of just rub it in, almost like you're rubbing a pork butt or something with some dry rub. So Allie's got a couple more 30 seconds, 45 seconds per ear of corn left. And once she gets that done, we're gonna throw those on the griddle top to get those starting to brown. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna let our Rotel and chicken cook down while the corn is finishing off. The corn takes a little bit of time to get soft all the way through to where it's really sweet, juicy, and warm. So we'll be back and we'll finish this up. Chicken. Now, I had the complete left side of the griddle off while I was warming up the chicken. And whenever it was done, I just slid it down to the end there. That's where I let it rest and cool down. So as you can see here, the griddle top's very versatile. If you want to cut it, you can actually cut with your knife right on top of the griddle top here. It's not going to hurt it. And you can also do things like shred your meat. So we're going to shred up the rest of this chicken, get it in the pot, and we will show you guys the next step. Griddle going again, got it heating back up. I'm just going to put my pot right up here on the griddle top. And as you can see here, we have our chicken. I got that all shredded up nicely now. So all I'm going to do here is move this up into our saucepan. And make sure we don't leave any hanging out here. All right. Couple last little pieces there. All right, so now we have that in. I'm going to give this a big stir. So get this good and mixed up. Get the tomatoes put in there, all scattered about, and kind of smush it down into the juice to make sure the juice is kind of sitting at the top as high as it possibly can. We're gonna put a pot on this, and this takes about 20 minutes. So like I had said, while that's going on, we are gonna move our ears of corn onto the griddle top as well. These do take some time. So about every 5 minutes, we're gonna roll these, and we should have a good even brown cook on the corn at that point. Then we're gonna give our pot of chicken a really good stir, make sure that that juice is cooking out of it really well. We'll do a tenderness check on the corn, and we'll be back to save you guys some time and show you where we're at. Wanted to check in. We've been going about 12 minutes here, so we've been flipping our corn. Wanted to give you guys a shot of this chicken. You can see the high heat there, boiling nicely into the chicken. I'm just gonna let that water, that juice continue to cook out. And as soon as that's finished up, we are gonna make our quesadillas. We're gonna put some tortillas on the hot top and mix in our chicken with some shredded cheese. We'll show you guys how we brown those up. And we are getting really close to time to eat. 25 minutes in here. So I ended up putting the dome over the corn. It's got a nice char, as you can see. And I also want to just give you a shot here of our chicken. So I've cleaned these tongs in between the break, but you can see most of that juice is cooked out now. This is nice and moist and tender. So now we're gonna build some quesadillas. I got the griddle top heated back up so we can toast those nicely. We'll show you how we build them. All right guys, I'm gonna show you what to do here. So we're gonna put our tortilla down, and I'm gonna come in here with some cheese. You don't need a ton. Just lightly put cheese on 1/2 like that. And then I'm gonna come in with my tongs. So I wash these between the time it took to cook. And the idea here with the chicken mixture is we are just gonna spread this out kind of evenly across, like this. Get one more little scoop in here, like so. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here and fold this up and just kind of make it into a half here. Get this off. All right, so give this a flip. You'll see this side is already hot and toasted. That's because of the weight of the chicken and the cheese just sitting on it while you're building it. This will take another 15 or 20 seconds on this side, and this one's gonna be ready to pull off. It's really simple from this point forward. You're just gonna make these over and over until you've made enough for your family to eat. And then we're gonna take these inside. You can eat these with like a Southwestern spicy ranch, or some of us like to use sour cream on them. But we're gonna have these quesadillas with our Mexican street corn, and we're gonna get it inside and get it plated. So we'll see you guys at the table.